everybody. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Linda January, the Executive Director of Otter Creek Child Center, and I'm blown away. This is amazing. So we're going to start. I'm going to turn the microphone over to Jubilee McGill, our local rep and current Otter Creek parent.
Hey everyone! Yes, as you heard, I'm Jubilee McGill. I'm one of your local state representatives, but today I'm mostly here as a mom who has definitely taken a legislative or work Zoom call with a toddler on my lap, waving and blowing kisses at everyone on the screen. So when I say I am ecstatic about this expansion, I mean it. When I walked into the State House for the very first time as a new legislator, I was carrying not just a great sense of responsibility, I was also carrying my infant. We didn't have childcare, there were wait lists everywhere, and like many Vermont parents, I was doing my best to show up for my job while making sure my baby was safe and secure. She was basically the youngest lobbyist in Vermont history. And while I was able to cobble together help, there were gaps. And many of my earliest memories as a legislator are bouncing her gently in a carrier while listening to testimony in committee, quietly shushing her and rocking her on the House floor to keep her asleep, and giving my floor speech in support of Act 76, the child care bill, with her in my arms pressed against my heart. Those days were exhausting and imperfect and beautiful in their own way, but they were also a reminder that no parent should have to juggle that much just to be able to work or serve their community. That tiny infant is now a joyful, curious 3-year-old student here at Otter Creek. She runs into her current location each morning with excitement. And I know as a parent what a gift that is. And now we've got a whole lot more space, more classrooms, more play space, more childcare spots, and more room for joyful chaos. This is great for kids, great for our economy, and great for families that finally get the call that they have a spot, and especially great for the parents at home, mostly women who can take a job or return to school and breathe a little easier. And it's also about the incredible early childhood educators. Again, historically mostly women, who do some of the most important unsung work in our economy. Thanks to Act 76, we made real progress towards valuing that work, supporting these professionals, and helping centers like this one become sustainable long-term. To everyone who made this possible, thank you. Your work will ripple out within our community for years to come. And to the kids, this is your place. May it be full of laughter, muddy boots, new discoveries, and moments that spark a lifelong love of learning. Congratulations, Otter Creek community. This is a beautiful day for our community, and I'm so grateful to be here to celebrate it all.
Good morning, Otter Creek. I'm David Provo. I'm the Executive Vice President here at the college. I had the pleasure of being gifted this project and this vision by Dave Donahue 10 years ago. And as you just heard, we started this project 7 years ago this weekend. Woody is here, who's our lead architect. Woody, where are you? Right here. Woody is from Boston. He and his team with Adam are as you walk through this building, I'm going to encourage you to put yourself in the eyes of a 2-year-old, a 5-year-old, or an educator who has to keep their eyes on 12 to 15, 2-year-olds, 5-year-olds, and everything in between. Because that's all the work they do. The only work they consider and that they do is for early childhood ed across the United States. And we were fortunate enough to partner with Woody and his team, and you will be the benefactors of that vision and insight and creative intuition. So thank you, Woody and Adam. I'm here on behalf of 4 generations of college presidents. One of them you will meet this morning, our newest one, Ian Baucom. But this work for the college around the town's college, really supporting the town and community, started with John Ricardo, passed on to Ron Leibowitz. Lori Patton was a champion the last 10 years for this work, and Ian Baucom will share his thoughts. But I will tell you, when I toured he and his wife of Middlebury, I showed them this project, and I'll let him tell you his experience, but we have a champion of this community. So I had the privilege of working with a group of a core team. I'm going to get to Linda in a second, but it was a core team of leaders and educators from around the state. It included Let's Grow Kids, who was instrumental in the work that was done by the legislature, and it was included thought leaders from this community, and some people who've been making this their mission, like Cheryl Mitchell, for decades. I'm just going to read off a couple more names that were critical in this, because it takes a village, and we would not be here without these people. Demina Noonan, Cheryl Mitchell, Allie Richards, Sherry Carlson from Let's Grow Kids, Dr. Jody Brakely, Lori Mulcahy, Trish Doherty, Darla Senecal. You have made this project what it is, and we cannot thank you enough. So I want to share about Linda January. So I had the pleasure of meeting Linda about 8 or 9 years ago. This is an incredible, incredible leader. In order for this project to get done, this included hundreds and hundreds of individuals. It included people funding it. Huge shout out to Senator Patrick Leahy. Patrick Leahy, in his last term as our senator, committed over $3 million to this project. The college had begun, when this project was a $4 million project, the college had committed we would cover any costs that could not be raised. When it became $12 million, the college turned to its supporters and donors, and we had an anonymous donor who cared, the family cared very deeply about this community, made an anonymous gift of $5 million. We are so grateful for this community to come together. But it took this group coming together, but we needed a leader. And Linda January, whose day job is the executive director of Otter Creek, she is a mom, but she became a project manager, a contractor. She knows more about sheetrock and paint than she ever thought. And I said to Linda, this is going to be a life-changing experience, and you're going to feel exhausted. So I have an ask of Linda today. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to listen to the children's laughter. And I want the sun to splash on your face and know today is your day. It is a day that we celebrate. And I'm going to end before I turn it to Ian, if I can just get a verse from a little poetry that I want to end with. It's called It Takes a Village. We laugh, we disagree, we support each other. It's another day. We hug. I gotta get this page off. Okay. We hug, we kick, we tell our troubles, we bleed into each other's arms. We push, we pull, we carry our burdens in each other's arms. We live, we cry, we fall into each other's arms. We watch each other rise. It takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a childhood bond to raise a village. To the children here today, I want to thank each and every you for holding all of us adults accountable to provide what you need to learn, grow, laugh, and live. Thank you. I'm going to turn it over to Sue Ritter, who is going to share some comments from President Patton.
Yes, Sue. Good morning, everybody. I am amazed that we're here. I've been working on this project since 2018 when I took over from Dave Donahue and started working directly for Lori Patton. And on my first day, Dave said, congratulations, you'll be building a new child care center. And I just want to thank all the people that David has already mentioned from the bottom of my heart. We have been in this together, and wow, what a day. And Woody and Adam, this is the most beautiful child care center I've ever seen. These kids are so lucky, and thank you to you. Oh my gosh, so lucky. Lori Patton, if she could be here today, would absolutely love this. She has been a champion, as David said, and I've had, I don't know how many meetings and updates I gave her over the past 8 years when I was working with her, or 7 years. And I know she wanted to be here today and has asked me to read some remarks from her. Dear friends of Otter Creek, I can't believe this day has come. I'm so proud of everyone who worked for so many years to make this new building possible. It only seems like yesterday that we broke ground with all of our wonderful youngster friends breaking ground with us. This will help us sustain our community and grow to new heights as we take care of the next generation. This is what it means to work with each other, to play with each other, and to nurture what is so special about Middlebury. Even though I'll be flying in the sky, I'll be cutting the ribbon with you in celebration. And an extra special hug to everyone, and especially to our young ones, President Lori. And now, I'd like to introduce our current president of Middlebury College, Ian Balcom.
I am going to be super brief because it's a little chilly for a Flatlander. If we just came to join you. And this day, above all, is about children and about Linda. And I want to turn to Linda. So just one or two things. David mentioned that on my first day in Middlebury, this is back in January before I had the position, David and Michelle McCauley took me on a drive around. And they took me on a drive around campus. But what was really striking to me was they didn't finish their tour of Middlebury with a tour of the campus. They drove me around town. And they drove me to see affordable housing. Right? They drove me to see Town Hall Theater. They drove me to see the bridge. And they drove me past this space. And what that said to me was that I was with good people. And that I was with good people where civic commitment isn't just a kind of a thing. It's a reality. It's a lived commitment. I have known that from the beginning we have called ourselves the town's college. Not the college's town, the town's college. And when I come to a space like this, focused on families, focused on teachers, focused on children, and reminded that the work of youth is not only the work that happens with 18 to 22-year-olds up in college, but the work of youth begins with 2 and 5-year-olds, right? The work of youth begins with like pots of paint, right? The work of youth begins with songs. The work of youth begins with nap time. The work of youth begins with these amazing windows, right? That people showed me, like the window that is just the right height for a child, right? That the work of youth begins with little children looking out into the world with the community around them and the community caring for them. I cannot tell you how happy it makes me to be with you. The last thing I'll want to say is in a time when too much of our culture is defining itself by what it's against, we have resolved that we're going to define ourselves by what we are for. And I want to say to all parents, students, teachers, kids here, Middlebury is for the town of Middlebury. Middlebury is for all of you. Thanks for inviting me in. Thanks for your family. And now to our real key guest, Linda January.
I will try to keep this short and try to get through it. So, today's ribbon cutting represents so much more than the opening of a building. It is a celebration of what our community can accomplish when we work together with a shared purpose, ensuring that every child has access to a safe, joyful, developmentally rich place to learn and grow. This project has taken commitment, creativity, and collaboration from so many people. Our faithful expansion committee, who stayed with us since 2018, Building Bright Futures, Let's Grow Kids, and First Children's Finance for providing funding and being our cheerleaders and thought partners along the way. The state of Vermont and Northern Borders Regional Commission for believing in early childhood education as a critical piece of economic development. Senator Leahy, who helped us secure critical funding through congressional directed spending. To the contractors, designers, and all the tradespeople who brought this space to life, we are deeply grateful for your skill and care, especially our contractor, Naylor and Breen, with Superintendent Jason Wiesel and his team, and our architect, D.W. Arthur and Associates with Wood And last but certainly not least, our friends and partners at Middlebury College, without whom we would not be here today. Especially David and Sue, who provided access to resources and endless encouragement. We can truly say that this project is of the community and for the community. With this expansion, Otter Creek can now serve more families, support more educators, and provide an environment purpose-built for children's curiosity and well-being, and I couldn't be more proud to be part of this amazing community. Today is a milestone, but it's also a beginning. Together we are building a stronger future for our community, one child, one family, one classroom at a time. So thank you for being here to celebrate. We want you to explore every nook and cranny of this building. There are 3 levels. There are donuts and cider, there's an art project, there's face painting, there will be music. So please, go every place. There's no space off limits today. But let's cut this ribbon and open the doors to the next chapter of Otter Creek. Cheryl, do you want to come out? Scissors! Tamina. And where's
Everyone on the expansion team.
Jody's here.
Jody, Nina, Trish. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You guys gotta squeeze in and take a picture.
Hands on scissors.
Scissors.
Hands on the scissors.
There's one to cut.
Do it. Cut.
So, yeah. All right, I really want to see this upstairs. Yes. Here, go ahead. And like the speed rack is a large.
No, it doesn't allow me. Yeah. I'm sorry.
We're gonna go see the old building.
That's I'm pretty sure on there. That's kind of what I've been wanting to do.
Yeah, let's do that.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you doing? I know it's Lincoln. I just gotta get it.
You have one of them.
Lincoln.
Yep.
Upstairs?
Yeah.
Upstairs somewhere. Like in the, like every